violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Shooting at Atlanta Station late last night sends one woman to the hospital. This was just prior to midnight. APD telling us tonight that the person who was shot was a bystander when shots were fired by a nearby group of males.
Wow, man. So these super gremlins popping off, they busting shots, and they're hitting innocent people. What's new? I was out last night, not in that specific area, but I was outside. And it's just a damn shame that we have these types of things going on. What I will say though, Atlanta is really good at securing the bag, okay? And what I mean by that is that where there's money to be made, that's where the police are going to be situated at. So I'm not saying that it can't get lit in Atlantic Station, no doubt, but where I was at, there was heavy police presence outside of every bar, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 police officers. Something like this, if it happened, was not going to happen like that, all right? Like, if it happened, the shooters would be apprehended immediately. In this case, an innocent woman was shot, and we don't know who's the shooters. These super gremlins are on demon time.
The woman was struck in the leg, taken to Grady. In a statement to 11 Alive, representatives from Atlantic Station wish the victim a quick recovery.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
After a chase involving state troopers overnight, according to the Georgia State Patrol, troopers tried to stop a Jeep that was speeding on 85 just before 1 o'clock this morning. But when the driver did not hit the brakes, they stopped the car using a pit maneuver. As Fox 5's Claire Sims explains, the mother of one of the men killed says her son was trying to help a wounded friend.
All right. So, young man was ejected and killed during a pit maneuver in a Jeep. He's flying down the highway, and the mom says, oh, he was trying to help a wounded friend. I mean, the facts are going to come out anyway. I get she's trying to have her own justification towards it to make it seem like he's innocent, and maybe he was. I don't know. I don't know yet, at least. That's to be determined. But from my raw reaction, wouldn't it make sense that if your friend is dying and whatnot, and he's fatally wounded, and you know that the police can, you know, implement some emergency measures that you can't and obviously are too ignorant to implement, then wouldn't you just pull over, hop out of the car real quick, say, I need some help, my friend, da 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 da. Wouldn't that make sense? As a matter of fact, wouldn't you want to flag down a police officer if he was wounded?
He comes to try to get his friend some help to get to the hospital, and then now he's gone. And now I have to bury my 18-year-old son.
Shakina Clotter says she needs answers about what happened to her son, Amarion. Clotter says the teen went to talk to a friend in his car outside their East Point apartment Thursday night, and someone opened fire.
There you have it. So he went to talk to a friend. They lit the car up, which that's insane in and of itself. And he's trying to rush his friend to safety. The thing is, dog, if the police are behind you, bro, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. And if he's really wounded, I'm telling you, they'll see that situation, have you put him in their car, and they'll take his behind at full speed with their sirens on, you know, parting the seas like Moses to get that man to the hospital. So I get it, you know, stopping may, you know, I guess shave off, let's just say a minute and a half, 90 seconds. I'm sure that police officer could make up for that time.
His windshield riddled with bullets. Clotter alerted his mother that his friend had been shot, and he and another friend decided to drive the injured young man to the hospital. According to the Georgia State Patrol, a trooper tried to stop a white Jeep Grand Cherokee on I-85 North just before 1 Friday morning, but the driver would not pull over. Instead, they exited on Edgewood, and the injured one jumped out. Troopers say they found him with a gunshot wound to the back. GSP says the Jeep then drove back onto 7585 South and then I-20 East. That was when the trooper decided to perform a pit maneuver.
Hold on, so did he drop the friend? He already dropped the friend off? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Jumped out just before 1 Friday morning, but the driver would not pull over. Instead, they exited on Edgewood, and the injured one jumped out.
So they exited on Edgewood, the injured one jumped out, and they found him with a gunshot wound to the back. So the friend was already outside of the car. Why are you still going, bruh? Where are you going? And why are you still speeding? Why not just stop? Was the car stolen? Okay, these are questions.
Troopers say they found him with a gunshot wound to the back. GSP says the Jeep then drove back onto 7585 South and then I-20 East. That was when the trooper decided to perform a pit maneuver.
Are we at a point where this pursuit needs to come to an end before someone else is hurt, someone else's property is damaged, which is why he chose to use the pit maneuver, which brought the chase to an end.
Both the driver and the passenger were ejected from the car.
Yeah, it brought the chase and the and his life to an end. Sheesh.
And died at the scene. Lieutenant Michael Burns with the Georgia Department of Public Safety says in an emergency, the best thing to do is call 911 to alert law enforcement that you are trying to get medical attention.
If you're speeding at a high rate of speed and a trooper tries to stop you and you continue to flee, then you're going to be pursued. You know, we're not going to just say, oh, well, maybe they're going to the hospital, we'll just go away, unless we get some kind of prior notice.
Clotter.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple. It's communication, but like I said, it makes you think that there was something that they were hiding. There's got to be more details to this shooting.
Says her son was not the driver, and she's not sure why they didn't stop. But she says she needs to know more from law enforcement.
Well, why the hell didn't he have his seatbelt on? Or did he? I mean, he was ejected, so it's like, did he have his seatbelt on? And you're literally doing a high-speed chase away from police and you don't have your seatbelt on? That's wild to me.
I don't know. I wasn't there to be able to know exactly what the fear was or what was the reason that happened. I don't know, but I just want to know, could something have been prevented?
Troopers say they recovered an automatic weapon at the scene. Officials have not released the names of the people involved and say their specialized collision reconstruction team and the Office of Professional Standards are investigating the incident. Claire Sims, Fox 5 News.
Fox 5's Alex Whitler joins us live from a DeKalb police precinct. Alex, what did she tell you today?
Well, Courtney, Stephanie Hunter says she has a message for her son's killer, who right now is not in custody and is not facing any charges for his death.
He was a baby. He was 16 years old. And you took him away from me. And I have to live with it every day.
DeKalb County, y'all. I've been speaking about DeKalb County a lot. Looks like he was into Dragon Ball Z, anime guy. All right. Even though we all know that, like, in the community, that's pretty much the main anime that everybody has watched. Okay. Like, like a lot of dudes will say they're into anime, but the only anime they've ever seen was Dragon Ball Z. So I just want to make that clear, because they're going to be like, oh, well, he was just wearing Dragon Ball Z. Everybody wear Dragon. Yeah, I know. Okay. But anyways, 16 years old. Life cut short. No type of outrage. It's insane to me that we can have these things happen and everybody's quiet about it, and we're talking about Black Lives Matter. It's really wild.
I forgive you, but I need you to come up.
Lord have mercy. She don't even know who she's forgiving. God. Like I said, I'm all for forgiveness, and people get in my comments talking about something. Oh, well, you need to forgive and da-da-da-da, and forgiveness, it's in the Bible. And look, at least know who you're forgiving. Mama we don't even know who killed your son, and you already forgive him. Like, at this point, you're just forgiving an imaginary friend. And I don't want to be too hard on her, but it's just to say that I think this spirit of forgiveness is not actually a spirit of forgiveness. Okay? Just stay with me here. I think this spirit of forgiveness is not actually a spirit of forgiveness. It might be a spirit of, resolve, as in she's trying to get past it. This is the healing process. And they say, oh, you got to forgive and forget and whatnot. You'll never forget something like this, man. Especially if you don't get closure. So with all that being said, as a community, we need to come together. DeKalb County need to come together. And y'all know who talking on their bodies. Niggas, these dudes is talking on their bodies, man. They want everybody to know that they a killer. I'm telling you that right now. They're talking on their bodies. They're speaking on their bodies. Y'all know who killed this young man. Y'all know it. Speak up so that she can actually not only forgive, but know who she's actually trying to lend this forgiveness out. Because as a matter of fact, she don't know what else this man could be into. He could be touching little kids and all this other stuff. Y'all don't know what he's into, but you're already forgiving him.
And I need you to face whatever you need to face.
6 months without any answers.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. But they need to pay. Somebody need to pay.
That's a numb Stephanie Hunter.
My son was a smart kid.
She says April 20th, her aspiring firefighter, her son, was a month shy of turning 17.
That day was the worst day of my life.
Hunter says she received a call from DeKalb County Police saying Bengie Martin was found shot to death on South Deshaun Road. She says she knew he was out with friends, but didn't know what they were doing that night around 8 o'clock when someone pulled a trigger. But now, 6 months after that unexpected phone call, Hunter says she shudders at the thought of waiting another half a year for someone to say something.
They took something away from my soul. Understand that. They took my baby away from me, and it hurt every day.
Damn, man. And if that doesn't, do the trick, if that doesn't draw out your emotions, if that doesn't make you realize that we really got an issue, I don't know what will. It's everywhere. It's not just Atlanta. It's not just DeKalb County even. these super gremlins are on demon time.
You can just hear the pain in her voice there. Family says they have a $5,000 reward for anyone with information that leads to an arrest. And remember, you can reach out to DeKalb County Police anonymously with any information about this fatal shooting. Reporting in DeKalb County, Alex Whitler, Fox 5 News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.